Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Regular viewers will know that I review many photographic, audio and video related products. Well, today we're taking a look at the Olympus 40-150 f2.8 Pro lens, and here it is. And what a fantastic lens it is as well. It's actually fairly compact, and I say fairly, I mean it is f2.8 throughout the entire range, right? So from right from 40 right the way through to 150, and it actually weighs 1.67 pounds. So it weighs under 2 pounds, under the the weight of a bag of sugar. So it's actually, it's not bad. And I've taken this out on quite a few shoots and I've not had an issue with walking around. I usually have it connected to my OMD EM1 Mark II, which is a fantastic camera. I love this camera to bits, I could walk around with this all day long, every day, and still enjoy carrying it, even though it is actually quite a heavy camera. I also have used it with my OMD EM10 Mark III, which is this little baby here. It's a bit front heavy on this little camera, and the grip is much smaller. So when you're walking around with it on this camera, as I say, the grip is smaller, but it's still absolutely fine, but it's much better with the OMD EM1 Mark II. It just feels nice. The lens itself comes with a tripod collar, and there's markings on the collar so you can actually see whether you're in portrait mode or whether you're in landscape mode. So there's no real guessing. You can put it where you like, it just rotates. But the fact that it's got a marking on the side here is brilliant. So line it up and lock it off, and there you have it. So you can mount this on a monopod. To be honest, I've been using it handheld, and I've actually found it very, very good. The image stabilization in both these cameras, the 5-axis image stabilization in those cameras, is so good that you can quite comfortably handhold this down to, I've even gone down to like 1/50th of a second and still got nice sharp images. It's got a retractable lens hood. I love this design, and that just locks in. So the lens hood stays on the lens, which is a awesome design. You can take it off, just come off like that. But why would you want to take it off when you can leave it on and it just retracts? That is such an awesome design. So could do that all day long. Just keep doing that. It's got a great zoom ring. So the zoom ring is really, really good. It's tactile, it's smooth, which is what you would expect being a pro lens. So very, very smooth zoom ring. And the focus, it's got a clutch for the focus. I actually find it a bit annoying sometimes. I know it's a great feature and the build quality is outstanding. I'm not that keen on it, to be honest. What you do, you just put it backwards for manual focus, and that's autofocus. So the principle of that is excellent, but I find when I'm using it, let's just put it on a camera, and I found it particularly when I used it with me OM10 Mark III, and I think it must be because of it's a smaller grip. I don't find it quite so bad on this camera body. But let's just whack that on, like so. And so I've put the collar in the wrong position. So let's just lock that off. I don't know if you can see that. Just lock it off there, and you get that in the landscape position. So, that feels fantastic. That feels really good. But with that particular body, more so than this, I find I was accidentally pulling the focus button. I couldn't fathom out why the camera wouldn't focus. Of course, I've moved it to manual focus. But I mean, if you're in autofocus and you need to switch to manual focus quickly, that is awesome. But the build quality, I say, you can't fault. It is really good, and it feels good. I mean, seriously, that just feels really nice. You wanna go out with it. That's all I can say. You want to go out with it. It has got a superbly positioned function button just on the side there. I haven't set it up yet, but you can set it up through the camera body. You can't on the OM10 III. There's no way of setting it up on that one. But on the OMD EM1 Mark II, and presumably on the 5 Mark II, you can set up the function button for various functions. And I haven't set it up. I don't know what the functions are. Things like depth of field preview, aperture, setting the aperture exposure, compensation, I don't know. ISO maybe, all the usual sort of things you can set up function buttons for. The image quality that comes off this lens is phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal. It's pin sharp from edge to edge. And that's even at wide open, even wide open at f2.8. Yeah, if you're a micro four thirds shooter and you need a medium to tele lens, this is the one to get, because it's quite reasonably priced for what it is, And I won't mention prices because they will vary depending on when you watch this video and what country you live in. But the images are absolutely superb. Look how compact that is for, that kind of range. If you was using something like the Canon 5D Mark II or 3, or the even the Sony full frames, they're mirrorless, so they're smaller. To get an f2.8 300mm lens, you're looking at a much heavier weight and a much bigger lens. So yeah, this is a great lens, and one that I can personally highly recommend. And I love using this lens. It is a great lens. Now, I got it as a package with the f1.4, not f1.4, the 1.4 times teleconverter, and that doesn't add much, well, it doesn't add pretty much no weight to it, and it doesn't add a lot of bulk to it. So with a 1.4 factor, I don't know what that is, what's that? That's going to be about 120 to 420, something like that, so you've got a nice, zoom lens, but you do lose one stop of light, so it goes down to about f4 as opposed to f2.8. But it's still f4, it's still, for a tele lens, it's still very, very good. But that is a great design. Every manufacturer should do that. I love that design. So here we go. That's the it's weather sealed as well. The entire lens is weather sealed, and on the OMD EM1 Mark II, which is also weather sealed, you've got a great combination. I've used this in the rain, but I've not used it in heavy to horrendous rain. So there we go. That's my thoughts on the Olympus 40 to 150 f2.8 Pro lens for the Micro Four Thirds format. Thanks very much for watching this. I hope you enjoy my reviews. I enjoy making them. They do take time to do, so please subscribe if you find them useful, and hit the like button if you enjoy it. So thanks very much. Tell all your friends and keep your eyes out for the next video. Thanks again. Bye for now.